Be prepared for highly offensive language throughout, adult and sexual themes, and full frontal nudity.
Friday night, and we can smell the tension from it. Well, I think it's tension. Might be Steph's dirty knickers. I don't know. But no matter what, the housemates now have all got their game face on, and they are looking to win, and that's what we like. We have got just 2 days to go until the grand finale, and don't think for 1 second that we've turned our energy on energy-saving mode. Oh, no. We are still ready and raring to go, let me tell you. Showbiz editor James Ingham, he's going to be here with his pick of this series' top stories. It's been a lot. Plus CBB legend John Booby McCririck. He's going to be giving us his verdict. He's going to be giving his verdict on our runners and riders as we approach the final furlong of CBB. That's racing terminology. I've learned all of that, and Macarena. So, I know, I laughed at myself, then I've done it again. If that weren't enough for you all to get you going, you should see who's on my beautiful panel tonight. First up, she's the face from Towie and a beauty with brains. It's the gorgeous Georgia Casulu! My next one knows a thing or two about winning the Big Brother crown. She scooped it up in 2010 and we ain't been able to get rid of her since. It's the gorgeous Josie Gibson! In what I might add, a very low-cut blouse. Come on, girl, get them out. And finally, he always knows what's coming up in your pipeline, be it large or small, let me tell you. It's the astrologer who's a massive star himself. It's the beautiful Russell Grant. Dropping off him. Well, look, we are here. The final 6 have been confirmed. And the reality of the situation started to dawn on our housemates tonight. Josh, you've been in there. I mean, you've won it. I mean, so have I. What's the atmosphere like in finale week?
I think it's different between the celebs and the normal people. Because
civilians, babe. Civilians, babe.
Right, yeah, sorry.
Can't say normal. It's a whole new row on Twitter.
Well, the norms, I like to call us, because you start weighing each other up and then everyone starts talking about splitting the money and stuff, and you never quite want to admit that you might have a chance of winning.
Yeah.
Whereas the celebrity one, I think, you know, they got paid anyway, so
yeah.
I don't think it's as...
That's true.
Yeah, I don't think it's competitive as the norms, but yeah, we all like to be winners in life, and me and you are, Ryland. So,
yes, we are.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm so famous now, I wear a cape. Look at that. I feel like Madonna at the Brits, don't. It was quite interesting, though, to see all of the housemates' reactions, I think, to actually getting through to the final 6. Russell, we saw quite an emotional Daniela in the diary room. She's really turned herself around a little bit in there. No, she's had her moments with Gemma and around and with Stephanie, but do you think she could emerge from this a bit of a people's princess, pretty much, from what she was known for?
She's been through the mill, as Daniela.
Oh, she's been through many a mill.
Many a mill. And, of course, as you know, she's one of my old mates.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Everyone is Russell bloody Grant's friend.
But, you know, for me, this is like her own resurrection. She's been reborn. She's been accepted by the public. And the public realise that she's a good girl and we want Daniela back.
Yeah! Well, I mean, I'm not one to start a campaign, but bring Sam Mitchell back to EastEnders, just put it out there. George, Darren said he could not believe his luck that he's in the final. I think his words were chuffed as nuts, which I thought was lovely. Has the Darren Day done it for you?
Do you know what? I think he deserves a place in the final. I think he's been steady. He's been a nice guy, and I think he's probably a little bit shocked because everyone else calls drama. There's been divas, tantrums, stops, knickers.
Yeah.
You name it. He's had it this series.
We've had it all.
So I think he's probably a little bit shocked, and I'm glad the nice guy's in the final.
Good luck with it. Well, Stephanie said that she had made the final week by being real. Josie, why do you think she's still there? Because she has had a turbulent time in there.
Personally, I haven't got a clue, to be honest, because, like, no one likes a cheater, do they? But there's something about her I do quite like, and she has held her own. She knows what she's done is wrong, but she has held her own, you know, with the other girls and stuff like that. She's really stuck up for herself, but I like that scouse drive that she got.
She's got a bit of drive, girl.
Yeah.
She might have a lot more drive if she goes out with Jeremy, I'll tell you that. Everyone was getting on quite well. I think it was safe to say until Big Brother threw a little hand grenade in, which we always love. And as Darren said with the task, it wasn't what they really wanted when they'd just been found out that they're all finalists. The task was "And the winner is," which saw the housemates take a little nice reflective look back at their time in the house. So, should we remind ourselves of who won what? Yeah! Well, Daniela was voted the most easily offended housemate. The fence sitter award was awarded to Darren. Yes. Bitchiest housemate went to Daniela as well. Jose, what did you think of some of our winners?
I thought Daniela, she does take offence very easily. Like, she'll come up with a massive, great big explosion of nothing. Do you know what I mean? There was an occasion...
There's a trainer in me bed.
Yeah.
I have to sleep in the bed.
Yeah, and then and when Steph did something on a task once, she went crazy, and it was uncalled for. So, yeah, she does overreact a little bit, but I do like her at the same time.
Well, Rush, you straddled a cannon on Strictly. We all remember the straddle cannon. Have you ever been accused of sitting on a fence?
Well, apart from...
Please. Smutty.
I'm still looking forward to that moment, Rylan.
Me too.
With Darren, I think, you see, another one of my old mates.
Oh, here we go.
Right, Darren. But you see, I know
Pick
Darren...
that one up for later. I'll put that in the case.
Darren, you see, is a nice man. I mean, if you know Darren and...
Like you do so well.
Which I do. But he's a nice man, and I think that Darren is being Darren, to be honest with you. He's not being anything other than what I know him and many other people who've worked with him know him for.
True,
I don't see it as game playing. I just see it as him being him.
Him being him. Well,
Yeah.
let me just bring it back to Stephanie, because, I mean, she upset Towie stars all over the land. Let me just tell that with some of her comments about you lot.
I know.
Do you think her award was well-deserved?
I mean, she did upset me a little. No, do you know what? It was a liberty what she said. Can I just state that Big Brother is a reality show? She's in, like, doing a reality show, hello?
Yeah.
And reality's good.
Yes to reality. Hello.
But yes, her behaviour has been toxic, and obviously I'm in a relationship, so I don't agree with her behaviour. So, yeah, I think that it was rewarded. It was...
Good luck to her.
Yeah, good luck to her.
Do you know what? People keep saying on Twitter, I say good luck to you too much. I do, don't I? Good luck to her. Yeah, that's that one for tonight. And get your hashtag out. Finally, I think we would like to pay tribute to Daniela for rocking the heels and pyjama looks. I like that. Let's have, where is it? Look, beautiful. Jules, you've got to come back, yeah? You're a stylish girl, babe. I mean, does that look do it for you?
I mean, I love pyjamas. I love that look. I'm all for that. Like, I can't wait to go home. I'll put my pyjamas on, take the makeup off.
And your heels?
But not with the heels.
No.
Like, put some trainers or some Uggs even. Not the heels. Leave them at home.
Well, listen, I like that bit of chat. Give them a clap. That was lovely. What a feisty bunch. Coming up, all the latest news from the house and a top-notch exclusive house action. But first... The need to make your voice heard has never been greater. We have made it this far and the end is nigh. But we cannot get there without your help. Oh no. It's time to start your rallies, follow your heart and get on the blower and show them we can do this, because your housemates need you. They need you to decide on your Celebrity Big Brother winner. So guys, who wins? You decide! This week, Daniela, Darren, John, Scotty T, Stephanie and Tiffany all face the public vote,
Who wins? You decide. From a landline, call 090 20 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. From a mobile, call 6 44 24 and add the number of the housemate you want to win. For Daniela, add 03. For Darren, add 04. For John, add 08. For Scotty T, add 13. For Stephanie, add 14. For Tiffany, add 15. Calls to the long number will cost 50 pence plus your network access charge. Calls to the short number will cost 50 pence. Voting closes in Friday's live final. If you're watching on catch-up after that or outside the UK, please don't vote. Votes cast after lines close won't count. You can find terms on the Big Brother website.
Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. In just a minute, showbiz editor James Ingham's here, isn't he? Making waves over here, let me tell you. He's going to be here with his take on the best of Celebrity Big Brother headlines from this series, and believe me, there has been a few. But before all of that, it's time for tomorrow's headlines in today's news.
Extra, extra! Read all about it!
Just going to place my cape, yeah? I can wear a cape if I want. It is day 30, and at 12:34 this afternoon, the finalists were starting to dream about the outside world, and there was only one thing on their minds.
Been sat here daydreaming nice thoughts.
Nice.
Right now.
Oh, I've been daydreaming about getting my end away.
Me too. I've set the scene in my head. I know it's going to be the complete opposite, but I know what I'd love to happen. I think I might even do it. It's going to be so good.
Lesson learned, Steph. Keep your Jezza fantasies to yourself. But Scotty T and Steph weren't lying around for long, because at 1:45, Big Brother gave them a nice little secret mission.
Today, Scotty, your job is to become the centre of attention.
Oh, no. Right, OK.
However, you won't be alone in this, as you and Stephanie will be going head-to-head to get the most attention.
OK. Scotty T, bring it on. Right, all right. Shit. OK, all right. I got this.
Just another day at the office, eh? Well, it didn't take them long to get into character, because at 1:54, the terrible twosome went in search of a little bit of attention.
Where you off?
See, that's what I want to see when I open up the bedroom door.
Hello.
You don't care. My lipstick on. Oh, Scotty.
I'm off in the pool.
Let me wipe that off you.
Go on.
I'm pissed off about me freaking knickers.
Don't be pissed off.
Why
about
is
your
everyone got
knickers.
something to say about my knickers?
Don't be pissed off about your knickers.
I'm actually fucking raging. I am fucking sick of the whole knicker situation. Ah! Fuck off!
No, in all seriousness, though, what? No, what a waste of good milk. Think of all the cups of tea they could have had with that milk. Terrible. Well, listen, while Tiffany was on cloud nine by the looks of it, John was more like a wet weekend in Walford. But have a little look out for Scotty in the background. Brilliant.
It's absolute insanity, and I can't be around it. I think it's going to make me ill. I think it's going to make, you know what I mean? I've got to work when I get out of here. I just, you know, I just don't think I can even focus. You know, it's getting to that point. It's not getting to that point. It's at that point. I just don't think that I can do it. It's. Do you know what I mean?
This ain't a task, is it?
Because no, go. No.
I mean, I know she went...
No. I've just been in the diary room and I've just said, like, no, it's not a task. It's not. It's literally not a task. No.
Well, girl, it definitely was a task. And, John, you can see the big reveal in tomorrow night's show if you fancy. And that was today's news. There you go. Now stop the press. Hold the front page. Step away from them showbiz secrets and refresh your Twitter feed because I feel the need for a bit of scandal. Here with the roundup of the best headlines from the 2016 batch of celebrity Big Brother housemates, it's Daily Star showbiz editor James Ingham, everyone. James, I'm going to take this opportunity to have a bit of time off. Go for it. What have you got for me?
OK, let's start by saying this year has been brilliant for headlines.
It has. It's been amazing.
It's been amazing tabloid fodder.
It's the show that keeps on giving.
It is, exactly. And Big Brother's not had to do too much this time. They've actually produced it themselves as the contestants.
Brilliant.
So I've kind of got the top 5.
Come on then. So what's 5? What's
number 5 is Christina Rianoff's Baby Bombshell.
Oh, yeah, Baby Bombshell, Baby Bombshell. Loads of headlines.
Exactly. It was bigger news outside the house than it was inside.
Definitely.
I mean, Christina was probably a bit boring as a housemate generally. She didn't really get involved as people thought she might. But that one revelation kind of paid her pay packet for her because it made headlines across the nation.
It was a massive headline for the papers.
Exactly.
And, I mean, everyone loves a celebrity baby, obviously with the story that's backed it up as well, with her partner and stuff like that. Do you think that this is a deserved top 5 headline grabber?
Yeah, I think in terms of press and paper-wise outside the show, definitely. There was a lot of scandal with her and Ben Cohen, and obviously a lot of people have then got on the bandwagon saying it wasn't an appropriate time to reveal it. Obviously, ex-wife's feelings, etc. But who cares? Great for the show, great for the papers. So
there you go.
All
what
good
have we got for number 4?
Number 4 coming up. We've got basically just a house full of nutters. It's been. It's hard to pick one thing, really. So basically, just breakdown after breakdown. It's been a cross between mental asylum and rehab.
It's been unreal.
You've got Mental Meg.
Megan, yeah. The meltdown.
Exactly. C words galore, too much. You had Steph had to be locked up a night as well, trying to break out.
She's crying out for Simba.
Angie lost the plot every 2 minutes in the diary room, trying to break out. Gemma, Daniela trying to get through the fire escape. So it was just breakdown after breakdown.
But we did enjoy watching it, didn't we?
Exactly.
I mean, in a sick way. What's number 3, James?
Number 3, my personal favourite is Tiffany. Just basically Tiffany's...
Tiffany being Tiffany.
But she started off an unknown. Nobody picked her to win. Now she's one of the favourites. She's manhood mad, shall we say. I mean, she is a horny girl.
She don't take long dick breaks. She don't like a long dick break.
I would be scared to be in that house with her, but she's thoroughly entertaining. She's one horny girl, but she's produced a lot of headlines.
Do you think she's going to grab headlines when she leaves the house?
Yeah, she's a reality TV professional. She was a great booking for the show. She knows what she's doing. And I think she should win, and I think she should stay in London after the show to milk it.
Do you think she has got a career off the back of this over in this country?
Yeah, definitely, especially if she wins. Why not? I mean, she's brilliant TV. She is TV gold.
She is. She has been brilliant. Let's move on to number 2.
Number 2, OK. So for number 2, we've got Stephanie's love triangle with Sam and Jez.
What a shock. That's only number 2?
It's number 2. It's got to be number 2. You went to number 1, you know it's number 1.
All right.
But this has just been ongoing, hasn't it? I mean, it's been probably the most talking point of the whole show.
There has been so many facets of this story that I've seen in the press, and I try and stay away from it, if I'm being honest, especially when the series is on. But this story in particular has been gripping because you've seen... Obviously, the side that everyone's saying, it's terrible what she's doing, but then we're seeing...
Kind of a love story as well.
Yeah, and then we're seeing, as the weeks are going on, more and more sort of coming out about this relationship obviously, the show. I mean, has this just not been a total dinner ticket for journos?
Exactly,
all over
and
the
for the
place?
show. I mean, every reality TV show wants a love romance, a romantic story, and if it's a triangle with a third person involved, even better. I mean, it was a big...
All right, calm down.
Nice threesome. I've totally lost my point. I'm thinking about threesomes.
He's thinking about threesomes now. Right, well, look, I personally thought that would have been number 1.
Right, no.
But that's number 2. What is your number 1 story?
OK,
wait for it.
You ready? Number 1 has got to be David's Dead.
Oh, yeah. This has been a legal nightmare, I tell you. I mean... James, I've got to ask you. I mean, you're the person that writes about this. Where do you begin to start thinking of headlines and angles for this story?
It was just so much. It was just the gift that kept on giving. If Big Brother had got scriptwriters to come in and set a comedy sketch or a scenario for an episode, they couldn't have wrote it better than what happened.
It was just unreal. And do you know what? I want to take this opportunity just to say, I know that a lot of people said, you know, we shouldn't have shown that, we shouldn't have done this, we shouldn't have done that. At the end of the day, I mean, what David Bowie passing, terrible news. All agree, absolutely devastating news. The fact that Angie was in that house, I mean, a major coincidence.
Yeah.
But what actually happened in that house was, it was just unreal.
It was.
TV.
It was brilliant.
I've never ever witnessed anything like that in my life. Do you think this will be spoken about for a long time coming?
Yeah, if you did a roundup of the top 50 or those programmes, top 10, whatever best celebrity Big Brother moments ever, that would be number one. Or any reality TV show. It was just like Angie said, it was a comedy of errors, and it just kept giving and giving and giving.
Unreal.
And for David Guest to be actually in the bed, sick,
I know.
with the duvet pulled over,
I know.
It was just brilliant.
It was just the most crazy situation. Jane, I'm so glad we've given you enough to do your job this series.
Exactly.
I really do. And to all journos out there, but for now, please give it up for Jane Zingle, everyone. What, Jen? Well, from past headlines to present ones, I've got you a nice little exclusive. Take a look.
The press have been saying, while I've been out, that you was having a showmance with me. So, like, what is your opinion on that? Like, was it all fake?
Nah, wasn't fake at all, because I'll tell you why. I actually know her ex-boyfriend, and he was actually a mate of mine. I never expected, like, to have that connection with you, what I did.
Yeah.
And
Neither did I.
I came in here, and we got hanging around together, we got closer and closer, and then, like, obviously kissed and stuff, and for me, I was like, oh, God, because, like, I'm normally the type of lad who stands by my mates, and I wouldn't do that with ex-girlfriends, but when I was living with you in a house, and how am I lucky, like, I couldn't not, like, you know what I mean? And it was... And obviously for that reason, that's why it wasn't a showmance, it was actually real. And I'm going to obviously find out what happens when I get out on that.
I've got to say, I've been looking at this on the live stream that we've got here. This has been the most awkward task I've seen all series. Jose, what are you making of that little reunion?
I do actually think they quite like each other, and the fact that they didn't, I mean, they were a little bit at the end, but they saved it, didn't they? They said they were going to save it until they got out, so I don't think it's an actual showmance. I do think they like each other.
Yeah?
Yeah,
George, what are you making of his reply? Do you think he's being honest there and saying, do you know what, I do like you, it's not a showmance?
I really do think he's been honest, because Scotty's like reputation, he's always just gets a bird in bed, sleeps with her. But with Megan, he did hold back, and I really loved him too. Megan and Scotty, I really want them to get together.
Russell, do you believe in the love? Is there the stars there for them?
Well, do you remember when I was last on, which was the David period, was when I said that this is going to be so much fun for them both, and they will shag like rabbit?
Yeah? You still stand by it?
I think I do.
Give him a round of applause, that's what we like here on this show. Still to come, Dr. Pam gets to grips with the housemates' wild sides, plus the quiz to end all quizzes. What happens when my one mind is pitted against the total brain power of the remaining house guests? Quiz war! That's what it is, a fight to the death in Ryland versus the housemates. Straight after this, see off the boat. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Coming up, it is the Battle of the Titans as my mighty intellect takes on the CBB class of 2016 in Ryland versus the housemates. All is going to be revealed very soon, and I don't know the outcome, so it's really winding me up. I've been asking all day, and no one will tell me. But in case you missed it, you might have missed this earlier. It's just a small thing, really. We've got our 6 finalists! But how did they actually get this far? I think I'm going to need an expert to make a little bit of sense of it, because quite frankly, it's a jungle out there. It's time for... Here to tell us all about the housemates' animal instincts. Please give it up for Dr. Pam Spur. Oh, lovely stockings, Pam.
Just for you.
Go on, girl. Happy Wednesday to you. First of all, we've got our 6 finalists. Are these the 6 that you thought would be there?
I got to tell you, they went in long, they went in hard, they penetrated deeply.
Oh, please, Pam.
I'm channeling Tiffany
Pamela.
for you. And yes, those are the 6 I expected. I told your producer yesterday, before the eviction, I thought that Gemma was going.
You thought
so
that?
I thought these were the ones. Yep.
Psychic
Like
Pam, that
crystal
could be a new item. Well, before they actually entered the house, we asked them to pick which animal best represents them. And that, Pam, will describe sort of the similarities between their character traits and who they think they are. Is that right?
Well, we have such emotional connections to animals that you can often get a very gut reaction when you ask that question. And as a psychologist, I know that. So you might get something that really reflects that person, or you get projection. The person wants those qualities that they see in the animal.
All right, well, let's start with John. So I can see here he's gone for a lion, and they've picked these 3 words themselves as well. Let me just put that out there. So he's described himself as fierce, protective and proud. What are you making of this?
Oh, I think he's very spot on. When you and I had our chat a few weeks ago, I said he's a true alpha. He did go on to be too much dominating with it, and so he ran into troubles with nominating Darren, and after David Bowie died, how he told all the housemates to leave. He then very carefully, he had his eye on the goal, he reeled it back in and became a facilitator. So it's better to facilitate as an alpha your housemates and kind of smooth things over rather than to try and dominate.
Do you think he's lived up to that description as a lion?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah?
He's a real lion, but we know he's got the vulnerable side. We've seen the tears with the phone calls.
Let's have a little look at Darren. Let's bring Darren's up. So he's also gone for a lion.
Yeah.
And he's gone protective, male, well, that's a given, and fierce. What does this say?
Well, the thing is, Darren is a real mix of alpha and beta. Just like I said about your hubby in his series.
Yes.
He's got the strength and he's got the thoughtfulness. Now, I see projection when he calls himself fierce. He's not fierce, but he is protective and he's very male. I mean, Tiffany keeps rating his masculinity.
Tiffany Day!
You know, she's got his number.
How do John and Darren compare? They've both gone for lions. How do they compare in that sort of animal world, do you think?
Well, I'm so glad you asked me that.
Well, it's like we've rehearsed this or something. God.
Because we've got 2 alphas there, with Darren being the alpha beta male. And what I find when you get that relationship, it's the psychological equivalent of a brick wall. John is the bricks, Darren is the mortar, and they kind of work together with John being more prominent. But that's why we've got Jaren.
Yeah,
It works so
Jaren,
well.
I'll go for that.
Like a brick
Jaren, I like that. Let's have a little look at Stephanie. She seemed more surprised to be in the final than anyone. She's gone for a songbird.
Okay.
Now, she said she's a free spirit, constantly singing and colourful. What does this say about her?
Well, colourful. Her language is so colourful.
I mean,
she swears like a trooper.
She's been a colourful housemate.
No, she says free spirit, and in a way, she's very correct about that. Because as a psychologist, I'd rate her high on impulsivity, so she goes with the moment, and also high on what we call emotional lability, and that is where emotions bubble up quite quickly.
Very.
But also, the conflict there, though, is she also has a very strong need for love, and she's very, very vulnerable, and she looked to Jeremy for that. You see, she needs that relationship in her life. So whether Sam was out on the outside or not, she wanted some sort of support, and that's what we saw happening there
with the Jeremy situation. Let's have a little look at Scotty T. So he's gone for a lion as well. He's gone for predator. We'll talk about that in a minute. Group leader and protector. So what are you making of the words, first of all?
Well, the thing is, group leader, maybe in his own Geordie Shore's group, he is a leader, but he's certainly not a group leader here. What he is very high on, as a psychologist, I know he's high on the trait of agreeableness. And that makes you very popular. People like it. Doesn't mean you agree with everybody. It doesn't mean you sit on the fence. But you're agreeable to be around. You're pleasant. You're jolly. He should have gone for chimpanzee because he larks about. He's got that high sexual tension.
Yeah.
You know, he's a lad. And
predator?
Predator, no, I mean, maybe was he talking about he's a sexual predator, but he's not been a sexual predator.
He hasn't in that house.
No,
Well, I mean,
so again, maybe there's some sort of weird, projection that he wants to be group leader. So with those words, I think he projected.
Well, let's move on to Daniela. What has she put as? Right, so she's gone as like a bird of prey, like a little hawk. She's put, I get what I want, I get what I need, and I watch everything. And that is a bit like Hawkeye.
Oh, definitely. Well, when she goes out to have a fag, you just watch her, and
Sits
she's
there like, oh, mate,
dissecting everything.
She loves
is
it.
exactly. She watches everything. And, you know, we've seen this conflict within her of the sort of tiger mum who's always talking about protecting her children, but the vulnerability. And I think the tiger mum part of her comes out when she says she's a bird of prey, that she wants and she needs and she gets it. But also there's been that vulnerable side. So part of that, again, is a bit of projection, that she thinks she's a bit stronger than she really is.
Well, let's move on to Tiffany, because I want to fit everyone in. Oh, so Tiffany's gone for a lion as well. She's put big, sharp-tongued and mean.
She should have gone for Queen Bee. They didn't have that option, though, but she is such a Queen Bee. She went rogue. I told you that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, she did. Rogue.
She's very
She said it.
standalone, and that is a character line. Mean, yes, she can be mean when she gets argumentative. Sharp-tongued, yes. Big, I mean, she's not big. I mean, big bosoms.
Yeah,
bosoms
she's got big set of boobies.
But, you know, she's not like, you know, big in sense of... at times she's big, when, as Darren says, when she has a drink at night and she comes out of herself.
Larger
so
than
maybe she
life.
meant that. But really, you know, she's much more of the Queen Bee characteristics.
Pam, I want to ask you before we go, who do you think's going to take the crown?
Oh my God! Can I say who I'd like to?
You can say who you'd like to.
Well, see, I really like three of them. So, you know, I'd be happy if John, Darren, or Daniela got it.
John, Dan, or Daniela? Well, that's Pam's. What she wants.
I have my reasons.
I love you, and I will see you next series.
Love
Give
you,
it up for
darling.
Dr. Pam Spur. We love her. Love you. Right now, a few days ago, Big Brother sent me into the diary room to pitch my wits against our incarcerated housemates in a quiz feature that we called Ryland versus the Housemates. Quite a clever name, don't you think? So it's literally me versus housemates. Now, all the questions were based on a poll that we ran online, so it's the perfect game, giving us a little insight into the housemates, what you think of them, and how clever I am, to be perfectly honest. And as luck would have it, I've got a former Big Brother champ in the shape of Josie Gibson here. She's going to be representing our housemate. I've got a little sash. I'm going to put a little sash on me there. There you are. Beautiful. Jose, are you feeling confident on behalf of the housemates?
I'm feeling confident. I got these boys.
Even though Steph doesn't know where her hometown of Liverpool is on the map, you're feeling confident.
But she knows where her knickers are now.
Oh, sorry. All right, this definitely means what? It ain't going to be pretty, so let's have a little look at what went down. I'm going to say, oh, fuck. Gemma. I'm going to say Gemma, but I think I've got it wrong.
Me. Even though I think Gemma. No, Gemma.
I'm going to get this one wrong. I know I am. I'm going to say Tiffany.
Darren? I'm going to go with Darren. He's normally quite smart.
I think people would have sat there and thought it weren't a ghost, it's probably a cameraman or something. No, I'm going to go no. Oh, God, it's just going downhill.
No, she didn't see a ghost.
I'm going to say Darren Day.
I would say Darren Day, but I think everyone would pick Scotty T.
This is going to have to be a complete guess, because it could be all three of them. Fuck.
I would say I would be the most romantic out of those three.
Jeremy. I'm going to say Jeremy. It's Tiffany or Gemma. I'm going to say Tiffany. I'm going to say Tiffany.
Tiffany. Easily Tiffany.
This is better than the chase right now. We're in a tie-break situation. Right. Okay. See, I don't know what's going on. Right, they've just told me in my ear that the last question is the decider. I do not know the results. Jose, how are you feeling?
I don't know what's going on.
Right, should we find out?
Oh, God. I think it's Gemma or Megan. I'm going to say Gemma.
I think they might have gone with Angie, you know. I'm going to say Angie as much as I love her.
Job. Let me just say that. Coming up, John McCurrick's going to be giving up his expert opinion. Opinion. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. I feel like I've just won the NTA here. I'll tell you. John McCurrick's going to be giving his expert opinion on who he thinks is going to cross the finish line in first place, and we're going to be finding out what our panel are thinking. I'll see you after the celebration. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. We are kicking off the final countdown with our panel in a few minutes' time. But before that, it's time to take a punt with our horse racing expert, John McCurrick. He's, he's been sorting the housemate favourites from the housemate flops and the thoroughbreds from the thorough airheads. Low space.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final furlong, the last fence of Celebrity Big Brother. Bro! Odds on. Good bet. Not for me. John Partridge was an early bird favourite.
Well, thanks for the compliment.
But has his scheming scuppered his flight to victory? Megan certainly thought he was conniving.
Fuck off, you little cunt!
But do you back him? Darren, the George Clooney of the UK, has had a strong race so far. Tiffany is clearly a fan. But are you?
I just think you're amazing.
Will it be Darren's day come Friday night? Scotty T! The chopper is chomping at the bit and ready to explode for the final.
Oh, Scotty. Thank you.
Did you love his relationship with Megan? Or is he starting to forget about her now she's gone?
I'm a very randy man.
I'd back that. Away the lads! Stephanie?
Fuck off! Fuck off!
What a mare!
I've been fucking horny as fuck and moist.
Her on-hand romance with Jeremy has caused drama in the house. Can she make it over the rainbow and through to the finish as your winner? Tiffany!
I don't give a fuck about none of them.
One I'd like to lay. The head bitch in charge charges ahead to the final. We all know what she's after.
A stiff Drake and a stiff dick and a steak.
She's one frisky filly, having frolicked with all the men in the house. But will she travel through the finishing line in first place? Daniela! She's had big bust-ups with Stephanie.
Birds are fucking slack, mate.
But like a true soap star, she has survived a killer, Stephanie's killer nomination.
Gotta be Daniela. She knows how much this means to me, and that was a proper dagger to the heart. That's fair enough, though.
Will her passionate storyline have a happy ending?
Finalist. How'd you like that?
Who wins? You decide now!
Thank you, Mr. McCurrick. Always holding back. Well, as we've heard, this series of Celebrity Big Brother has been the most talked about, the most written about, and the most gossiped about series ever. 30 days ago, 16 housemates walked through those famous doors, and now we are left with just the final 6 standing. So, Russell Grant,
yes,
let me come to you. Are these 6 worthy finalists?
Oh, I think so.
You do?
I definitely think so, because they bought you a little bit of everything. Between
Literally
them.
a little bit of everything.
I mean, you know, we now know what Scotty the T stands for with those pictures. It's Scotty Thong. I mean, he, for me, is just so hilarious. I mean, I've not heard him moan or complain once inside this house. And so, therefore, he is just such fun and great to have around. And all of them have brought their own special kind of showbiz magic.
Showbiz magic. Guys, what are we making of our finalists?
Right, I don't believe they are the best finalists, but Tiffany, that girl has gone from zero to hero. Like, literally, her rudeness and her naughtiness and everything, like, she's literally... She's fantastic. I freaking think she's brilliant.
David Guest I would have liked to have seen, but obviously he couldn't. But Darren Day, I remember him in his naughty days, and I really love him.
I mean, you were one of his conquests, weren't you? She goes way back. Well, this series about bromances, showmances, meltdowns, showdowns, and a whole lot of stressed-out pull. But it is time to dissect how our final 6 have contributed to making this definitely an unforgettable series. So, let's start with Stephanie. Josie, what are you making of Stephanie?
For me, she's not my winner just because she has properly mugged her bloke off. Because of that, otherwise she would have had a run-in. But for me, it's definitely Tiffany.
Tiffany. We're going to get on to Tiff in a minute. George, let me ask you about Steph. If Jeremy wasn't in there, do you think we might have seen a different Steph?
Yeah, definitely. I think the reason people don't like her is because of her antics with Jeremy. Obviously, she cheated. No one likes to cheat. So I think if he wasn't in the house, I think we'd have seen like a vulnerable side to her. Maybe just a nice, normal girl, maybe.
Well, Josie's just brought her up. Let's move on to Tiffany. The majority of the house turned against her at the start of the series. Almost everyone nominated her throughout until now. And to quote Johnny, she is...
slaying.
OK, girl. Russell, what are you making of Tiff?
I think she is absolutely hilarious. I mean, you just wonder what on earth she's going to come out with next. We know what she'd like to come out with. And no doubt when she leaves, everything will be coming out. But I didn't know who she was. I'd never heard of her, but I've just loved every magic moment.
Jose, what are you making of Tiff very quickly?
She has made me laugh till my belly hurts, and any housemate that does that
I bet she made you laugh till your boobies fell out of that chair. Yes, you keep an eye on them. We're all thinking the same. And then there's John and Darren. Them two were besties at the start. They shared a box. Then John nominated Darren and hurt his little heart, and then they went full circle and shared a little kiss in the store, and that was beautiful. Are we over the John nominating Darren now? Paul's put his hand up. I do like it when someone palo blossom.
Do you know what, Rylan? I've got to say, I think Darren takes himself a bit too seriously. You know, we saw him the other day talking about his cheating days and happy endings, and I think if he just would have eased up a bit, he could have been even more of a contender.
You think?
Yeah.
George, what are you making of Darren?
Listen, Darren's nice. He's a nice guy. Yeah. That's all I can say.
He's a nice guy.
But, yeah, against Tiffany, you can't compete. Do you know what I mean? I'm a bit bored of Darren and John bit. I'm sorry.
Over it. Well, let's move on to Daniela. She survived being up for eviction last night. Joe, do you think we've seen Daniela grow in this house as a person to the person that we see in the press?
Yeah, I love the way that she has grown. I am a fan of Daniela, but what I haven't been a fan of is how she's put Stephanie down, and she's got to remember she's had her own problems in the past, so do you know what I mean?
Shut up, you've spoken already. Hang it now, Dad. Russell, we saw, like Josie said, we've seen a bit of a feisty side to Daniela. I mean, she's broke out the fire escape, she's had a lovely old time. Did we like that side of Daniela?
I think you're going to get all sides of Daniela because you see recently you've not heard of her. You've only heard of the dark side, the black side. And so, therefore, this has given everybody a chance to be reminded of her and also to say that Daniela is back.
She's back. Finally, because I'm running out of time, Scotty T. George, what are you making of Scotty T?
I love Scotty T. He's just, like, fun, lovable. Do you know what? I want Tiffany to win, but if he won, I'd be overwhelmed.
Yeah. Jose?
What?
Scotty.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
He's all right. Guys, who do you want to be your winner?
Tiffany.
Stephanie.
John.
Scotty T. Darren.
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Darren.
Oh, Darren, you're right. You look lovely. Thank you for coming. You look lovely. That's all I'm out of time. Sadly, that's all I'm allowed to give you tonight. But don't worry, because I'm back tomorrow twice. On 7, 5 at 8 p.m. We're going to be live from the house. We've got Vicky Patterson, Vanessa Felch, Joe Swash, Dr. Dars, and then we're doing it all again at 11 p.m. Double the trouble, double the fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Night.